In honor of National Police Week, law enforcement agencies from across the country are gathering in Washington, D.C. to remember police officers who lost their lives in the line of duty, including two from southeast Missouri. Ellie Mueller is live in the studio with that story.
Yeah, Jeff, Sikeston Police Chief James McMillan made the trip to Washington this week in honor of fallen officer Henry Franklin. Franklin dedicated his life to service, 12 years defending his country in the military and 12 more protecting the Sikeston community. He was shot and killed last October during a search warrant execution after stepping up to take the most dangerous role that day. McMillan says being surrounded by others who carry the same grief puts things in perspective.
Realize how many people that have given their lives even just this last year in the service for their communities, and then you look at the history that officers have given their lives, and it's somewhat of a camaraderie.
Franklin's name was permanently etched into the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial, a moment McMillan says was difficult to process.
You know, it just seems like it's hard to believe that it really happened, even though it's been several months, still trying to deal with that, you know, so, but it's a special place for sure.
McMillan describes Franklin as a quiet, servant-minded officer who never complained and was always the first to volunteer. A Boerne officer was also honored, Lieutenant Eddie Mays, who died on duty after a medical emergency while responding to a domestic violence call. Live in the studio, Ellie Mueller, Heartland News.